So unless you've been living under a rock and you own a shop, then you know customers are coming in asking about Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Everybody has a phone and everybody wants that level of connectivity with their vehicle. Well, unfortunately for car manufacturers, they haven't quite caught up. But fortunately for you, there are solutions. Today, we're talking to Rich DeSclafani from RDV Technologies and his solution for applying and making vehicles who don't have factory Apple CarPlay and Android Auto a reality. This is CMA Connected, presented by SiriusXM, all about RDV Technologies. And it starts now. What's going on, guys? And thanks for tuning in to another CMA Connected presented by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu, and today we're focusing on the accessory segment and something in particular, a device that has taken over from a demand perspective on customers who want connectivity with their vehicles via Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We're talking about a device which literally can transform the experience of how you use your phone, how you connect, and everything else that OE manufacturers have yet to be able to keep up with. And this means opportunity. Like mentioned, we've got Rich DeSclafani in the studio. Rich, why don't you tell us a quick overview of what we're going to be presenting today?
Hey guys, Rich DeSclafani here from RDV Automotive Technologies. And today we are going to be talking about two categories: fully integrated CarPlay interfaces for vehicles that did not come with it, and also the ability to make existing wired CarPlay or wired Android Auto wireless, both on factory radios and aftermarket radios.
Well, it looks like we're going to be talking about solutions that can be very profitable. But before that, a quick opportunity for our partner, SiriusXM, to remind you dealers out there why you should love it. And when we come back, it's Rich DeSclafani, RDV, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto Solutions.
Hey guys, Ricky Lima here from SiriusXM. I had a chance to speak to some dealers and ask them what they love about selling SiriusXM. Here's what they had to say.
Coast-to-coast coverage.
I love SiriusXM for commercial-free music.
It's a great add-on sale and a profit opportunity.
We love selling SiriusXM because you can listen to the same channel coast to coast.
Profitability and ease of installation. It's a no-brainer.
We love selling SiriusXM for its ease of installation, great profitability, and reliability.
People love it.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're going to get right into it. Rich, right out of the gate, for those tuning in who may not even be aware of just how significant this demand, this category has become, why don't you break it down for us where we're at from a business perspective, from a demand level, that stores are seeing as far as demand for this type of product?
As always, thank you, Ben, for having me on. It's always a pleasure. And today we're going to be talking about the opportunities that are available to retailers to capitalize on the huge demand for wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, not only in vehicles that didn't come with it, but also in vehicles that already have it existing, but you have to plug in to use it, and we have the ability to make it wireless. So today we're going to discuss the opportunities that are available to you and how you can capitalize on them.
So from what I understand, Rich, what you have developed essentially is a device that can adapt to these vehicles, universal, in fact, and some application-specific stuff that I'm sure we'll be covering today. But it is an all-in-one solution that you can literally tell your customer, sir, ma'am, we could absolutely make this happen in your vehicle. We're going to start with the main device, which has gained popularity in the CPAA mirror. Break it down. What are the details? What are the characteristics of this very unique device?
The CPAA mirror presents an amazing opportunity for retailers, regardless of whether they're a 12-volt shop or even just a tint shop or a motorcycle shop or even a car dealership, a motorcycle dealership. This provides the opportunity for you to have a device that just plugs into the USB and makes existing wired CarPlay or wired Android Auto wireless. Nobody wants to plug their phones in. A lot of cars have wireless chargers, and some of the cars that have wireless chargers don't even have wireless CarPlay or wireless Android Auto. So this provides a great solution and a nice little profit center for you to be able to offer a solution to anybody that comes through your door that has wired CarPlay or wired Android Auto on their factory radio or aftermarket radio. If you're a tint shop, every car that comes in to get tint, hey, do you have CarPlay in your car? Yes. Do you have to plug in to use it? Yes. Would you like to make it wireless so you don't have to plug your phone in anymore? Yes, that would be amazing. Well, here you go. Here's your solution. You just added profit to your tint job, or to any job for that matter, for any customer that comes through the door. Even if they don't buy anything else from you, it's an opportunity to sell them something over the counter and increase your profit margins and your income dollars without any additional work, installation, no time taken to do anything except hand it over the counter and do a little explanation on how it works.
So it sounds like this is a pretty simple device. Again, simply plug into the factory USB. But what are some of the features that this device offers?
So the CPAA mirror is an amazing little device. Really, really nice, packed with features that are viable for your customer. Essentially, it's going to convert wired CarPlay to wireless, wired Android Auto to wireless, and even vehicles that have wired CarPlay but no Android Auto, you could plug this device in and now they have wireless Android Auto without actually having to install a physical interface. So there's some vehicles out there, some of the newer Porsches, some are newer Lexuses, newer Toyotas, that are only coming with wired CarPlay and no Android Auto at all. So this will make the CarPlay wireless. It will also add wireless Android Auto to a vehicle that didn't have it but had wired CarPlay. Additionally, this gives you the ability to watch YouTube and Netflix right on the factory screen and control it from the factory screen as well. Additionally, this will allow you to mirror your phone. So if you have videos stored on your phone or any content that is on your phone, you'll be able to mirror that onto your screen as well. And it will also play media files up to a 16 gig thumb drive. So if you didn't want to use internet connection for YouTube or Netflix, and you have music and videos and movies on a thumb drive, you could just plug the thumb drive directly into the CPAA mirror, and you will be able to control that media playback directly from the radio. The CPAA mirror is as simple as just plugging into the USB and pairing your phone, and you're off and running.
Those are some amazing upgrade features for the customer when it comes to plugging in this device. And speaking of that device, do you have an example to show just how compact this is, that pretty much you can put this thing anywhere?
Yeah, CPAA mirror, really, really awesome, super small. I mean, you could put this thing anywhere. That is the USB connection from the CPAA mirror to the car. That is the USB port for the thumb drive media files. And essentially, you can just have this installed on the exterior where it just plugs into the USB and just goes into the console. Or if you wanted to install it behind the scenes, you absolutely can. And you can just run the USB to the USB port. So this way it's hidden behind the scenes. It's not intruding anywhere. And it also gives you the ability to charge an hour's worth of labor and do the installation on the piece. Additionally, I have this amazing product called the streamer. Since we're on the USB plug and play category, the streamer actually does everything that the CPAA mirror does, but gives you a ton more features. This piece will allow you to download any video streaming app you want to it. YouTube, Hulu, Netflix, Sling, ESPN, NFL Network, any video streaming app you want, you can download directly to this. I tell everybody this is essentially an Android tablet without a screen, and your screen in your vehicle or aftermarket radio now becomes full control and display for this Android device. Additionally, this allows you to output video from this to external monitors. It has an HDMI output, which is right there. And this is capable of dual zone video. So this will allow you to watch Netflix on the front screen and Disney Plus on the rear. Or if you wanted to use CarPlay up front and stream video to the back, you can do dual zone HDMI output with this product. So you can have two different things playing at the same time. Additionally, this will also accept a SIM card. So instead of giving it a hotspot, you can actually buy a SIM card with data, insert the SIM card directly into it, and this will always have internet connection. On top of that, this will become a hotspot if you want it to once it has the SIM card in it. So not only does it now have internet connection all the time, but you can turn this into your personal hotspot as well. One more thing that this does, which is really, really nice, is this has the ability to play media files from up to 128 gig SD card. 128 gig SD card is very big. You can store a lot of music, movies, videos on that SD card and play it all back right from the screen and control it right from the screen as well. This allows you to not have to use data or internet connection if you're going on long trips, if you're going to lose data, if you're going through, areas where you have no service. That completely negates that. And this allows you to constantly watch your videos, movies, music, whatever you have on your SD card on this device. So really, really nice product, extremely versatile. Again, you could take this from car to car as long as it has wired CarPlay. So really, really nice solution for anybody looking to stream any type of video content into their factory or aftermarket radio. And this and the CPA mirror both also work on Harley radios and the Soundstream radios as well that are the Harley drop-in plug-and-play replacements.
Two small little devices that have so much power and features. It's absolutely incredible what we can do these days, and RDV is bringing it to you guys to be able to offer these incredible solutions to your dealers. Now, another thing that I happen to know, Rich, that you happen to specialize in is, in fact, these niche, European exotic cars and stuff. I wanted to take some time to kind of walk our audience through a couple of these examples or case studies where you really shine.
So we really specialize in high-end European cars. That's where I've basically cut my teeth and gained all of my experience in 12 volt is based on high-end European vehicles. So I have personally myself worked on a lot of these vehicles, from Aston Martin to Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Porsche, pretty much all of the high-end vehicles in that category. So for example, new Aston Martins from about 16, 17 to up to 2023 actually do not come with CarPlay at all, except for the DBX, which is the truck. All of the sports cars do not come with CarPlay at all. So really, really nice opportunity to be able to cater to those high-end vehicles and know that you have somebody with personal experience working on these vehicles supporting you. And that's crucial because when you're dealing with these very high-end vehicles and these very high-end clients, you want to make sure 100% that the job is done correctly and you have the support behind it with somebody that has knowledge of the vehicles, and not just basically somebody selling you a product and going, oh, well, sorry, I can't help you because I don't know anything about that vehicle. I've never touched it. I never worked on it. I'm not from this industry. So we give you the opportunity to feel comfortable offering these solutions for these really high-end European vehicles, which a lot of people don't even want to attempt to work on, let alone take apart and actually integrate something into the OEM system. And this is what we specialize in. So Bentley, we cover from 2012 up until 2018 to integrate wireless CarPlay into that factory system. This is what we specialize in. We also have support for Lamborghini, which there's a couple different models, the Huracan and the Aventador. We support both of those models with plug-and-play interfaces that provide full display and control into those factory systems, which Aventadors are close to $1 million. Huracans are $400,000 or $500,000. So these are really, really high-end vehicles that really need a specialist to support you when you're doing these types of installations, that know these vehicles, that have worked on them. Additionally, we have everything from Porsche, Range Rover, Rolls-Royce. I personally have experience on all of these vehicles, working on them. Rolls-Royce, we cover from about 2010 to about 2019. So we pretty much cover all of the trim levels of Rolls-Royce vehicles. and again, integrates flawlessly. And because I have worked on these vehicles myself, I know the ins and outs of the cars. Porsche is another one of our specialties. Probably one of our best-selling products is for Porsche, and we cover from about 2009 up until about 2016 with the PCM 3.1 and PCM 3, and also the PCM 4 we support up until current. Some of the vehicles still do not come with CarPlay, believe it or not, some of the entry-level Porsche vehicles. So this is really, really where our specialty is, and this is really where our niche is. Knowing these vehicles, working on them ourselves personally, having that personal experience. There are not many people, if any at all, that can say that they've worked on all those different types of vehicles and are now offering solutions for these vehicles with the knowledge that is obtained by actually working and deciphering these vehicles on a personal level.
Well, Rich, you've clearly demonstrated an expertise when it comes to these niche applications and solutions that dealers could have confidence in with your level of experience within these realms. Now, as we review, we're talking about two unique devices, both in the CPAA mirror as well as the streamer, that is going to make your customers happy. So in summary, what final message do you have for dealers who may A, be discovering this type of product for the first time, or B, have been actively searching for a solution for this demand that is undeniable?
Well, I would definitely, first and foremost, recommend reaching out to me directly, picking my brain, understanding the way the products work, where the opportunities are for you as a retailer specifically, because everybody's stores are different. Everybody's applications and opportunities are different. And I want to make sure that I provide tailored information for you specifically, for your store, and where the opportunities lie for you in your store with my products. This is crucial. And because I have such broad industry experience over 26 years, holding almost every position in 12 volt, I can relate very well to exactly what the needs are and the challenges that you face as a retailer, not only on the sales side, but on the install side, and also where the opportunities are for you. So please don't ever hesitate to pick up the phone and call me, contact me. I am always available. I'm always extremely happy to help and provide information about our products. You can find this online at rdvfl.com. And at any of the major trade shows in the industry, please come out, see me in person, come to one of my trainings, come visit me, call me anytime. Whatever you got to do to reach out, please feel comfortable and know that the support is behind it 100%.
That was Rich DeSclafani from RDV Technologies giving us all the details on his interesting and very innovative solutions to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto Wireless in specific. And for more information on any of these products that we've covered, Rich mentioned it. Here it is again, their official website, rdvfl.com. Now, if you happen to be a dealer tuning in from Canada, then you need to know that their official exclusive distributor is ImportTel. And on that note, I had no choice but to reach out to our good friend, the 12-volt Viking himself, Mr. Jaron Gelmalon. Jaron, question for you. You know how the U.S. always kind of gets ahead of us as far as what's trending. Has this demand for wireless CarPlay and Android Auto reached Canadian dealers?
Yeah, certainly, Ben. The demand is started to come up to Canada from the US. We are a smaller population, smaller market, but there's different types of levels of people that are looking for CarPlay. You get the people that have never experienced CarPlay before. And then once they started experiencing it through a wired connection in their vehicle, they're going to start wanting to become a little more lazy. They're like, oh, this is pretty cool. I have CarPlay. I can see what's on my phone, but I don't want to take my phone out of my pocket. So certainly Rich's devices are the go-to for those customers. And maybe customers aren't even aware that, hey, I have CarPlay, I can make it wireless, or aware that there is wireless CarPlay. So it's a perfect opportunity for our dealers. Just start that conversation with every customer that comes in your building. It doesn't matter if they're getting an audio system remote start, just mention to, or if you see the vehicle in the bay and notice that it's only a wired connection and they have their cord out for their phone, hey, Mr. Customer, would you like to add wireless so you don't even have to take your phone out of your pocket for this vehicle? And it's just that good opportunity and start that conversation. And the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to make more money. You're going to sell more products by just starting that conversation. The worst that they can say is no, but at least if you're starting that conversation, you will get a yes.
The one thing that I took away from what Rich was talking about, Jaron, is two things. Number one, the level of support that Rich is offering. And I wanted to hear in your words, your experience with that, because obviously this is one of those products that do require support. And the other one is really looking ahead to the opportunity that exists with the sheer amount of vehicles that this applies to.
Yeah, certainly. Support is paramount in this type of product. There's many, many variations within some of these models. Me and Rich are kind of bred from the same cloth, I want to say a little bit. Is that when I was installing, that was my specialty as well. High-end European vehicles and not being scared to take those apart and dive into those vehicles. And I would have, at my time in installing, I would have loved that type of support that Rich offers, where you can call and talk to Rich. Hey, I have this so-and-so vehicle. I'm installing your interface. I need to know this, or it's doing this. How can you help? Instead of racking your brains for hours and getting frustrated. Or just Rich is very good at application-wise too. A lot of people can be confused by trim levels within vehicles and different radio levels, especially when it comes to European, because they're not as familiar with it. It's not Dodge where there's 4-inch screen, 5-inch screen, 8-inch screen. That's pretty easy to determine. But whether it be a PCM 3.0, PCM 2.0, 3.1, 4.0, and you say these numbers and it means nothing to a lot of the dealers, but to Rich, that means everything in the car. And he can point out stuff. To have that support is just paramount within our industry. And certainly reach out to us. I can definitely help with applications as well. I'm pretty versed in a lot of the European cars, but if we need that extra level of support, Rich is there for it. And that's a great partnership to have with him. And I think that's what makes us both very successful.
I want to take this opportunity and thank my two guests for coming on today's show. Of course, Rich from RDV, as well as Jaron from Importel. And in my closing comments, this is an interesting one. This, for me, reeks of opportunity. An opportunity that did not exist 10 years ago because Android Auto and Apple CarPlay didn't exist 10 years ago. But now we're dealing with a situation where there is a huge population of vehicles which either A, don't have these features, B, have wired, and C, this even works for older installed aftermarket radios that don't have wireless CarPlay. So for me, the opportunity is huge. And for you guys, the dealers, to not capitalize on this, well, that's just silly, especially when solutions such as the CPAA mirror and the streamer exist from RDV. That's it for this CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.
There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM with over 150 channels in your vehicle. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video on Demand. What you love is on now.